Last thing before we get into some clips, and there's a lot tonight, is this. I put this tweet out today, and this is where we'll start the clips with the meltdown of Donald Trump at the moment in the US. Hey, America. Thomas Jefferson said, the government you elect is the government you deserve. 48 hours until the world sees who you deserve. And if you can't see the video imagery, well, I mean the image, we'll get back to that because we'll just get into the conversation now and find out what's going on. So we've got a bit of a, let's see what's happening with Trump over the weekend, our time. I wanted to show this. This is just, I know we don't need to show his lies, but I want to show you this bit. So he had mic troubles, technical glitches. These things happen. And I'll just show you a real simple comment he made because he lies about the most inane things. Here's Trump over the weekend.
Oh, that's what I was
They're
wondering
yelling,
what
fix
the hell
the
they were
mic.
shouting. I think this mic stinks, by the way. And then we don't pay the contractor. I say, don't pay the contractor. Then they write a story. Trump doesn't pay his bills. He's a bad guy. No, the mic is terrible. I had another one. You know what? I've done 3 of these today.
That was his second rally of the day. I know it's like, it's kind of pointless and silly and it goes by all the other things, but that was his second rally. I've done 3 of these things today. It's as stupid as that. All right, here we go. Let's get into the guts of it. Now, remember, America, you get the government you deserve. Here's Donald Trump giving the microphone a blowjob. And not like, I'm not like saying, isn't that funny? We caught him out a kind of actually performing, simulating oral sex on the microphone. Could be President Donald Trump in 48 hours.
The only thing I ask for is a mic. You don't have to give me, I don't even need a stage. I don't give a damn. Give me a good mic. And I went through 2 of these today. And it knocks the hell out of your throat. But so far I'm doing okay, right? Okay. Is that better? Yeah.
Keep watching.
And did you notice I came in today, I said, and you know, this is after 4 of these things. I mean, in all fairness, I mean, I'm a human being, right? I come in, and here's the problem. I said, oh man, it's too low. I said, it's too low. So, I had to go.
That would be the President of the United States of America, Chewy, simulating oral sex onto a microphone. But it hasn't been just as bad and embarrassing as that. It has been, on some levels, dangerous. Here he is talking about Liz Cheney being in front of a firing squad.
Is it weird for you to see Liz Cheney, that'd be Dick Cheney's repulsive little daughter, running against you with Kamala Harris?
Well, I think it hurts Kamala a lot, actually. Look, she's a deranged person. But the reason she couldn't stand me is that she always wanted to go to war with people. I don't want to go to war. She wanted to stay in Syria. I took them out. She wanted to stay in Iraq. I took them out. I mean, if it were up to her, we'd be in 50 different countries. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know,
so there's the would-be President of the United States of America suggesting that maybe Liz Cheney, former politician, daughter of Darth Vader, should be put in front of a firing squad. Here's one more. This one's out today. This is where he suggests that to get to him, where he's behind all this bulletproof glass now, one way you could do it is if you shot through the press corps.
At his Pennsylvania rally this morning, Trump said he should have never left the White House.
Sorry, that's going to be the second clip. The first clip is about him saying that he should have indeed not seceded. That's the right word, isn't it? And he should have actually stayed in government, even though he was voted out.
After he lost the 2020 election.
We've been working for 9 years. We did a great job. We had the best economy ever. We had the wall. We had everything. I built over 500 miles of wall. They don't even talk about the wall.
It's because it's not true.
We had the best border, the safest border. I won't pull down my world's favorite chart because I don't want to waste a lot of your time. but my world's favorite chart, done by the Border Patrol, it said we had the safest border in the history of our country the day that I left. I shouldn't have left.
So I shouldn't have left, just confirming what everyone says about him trying to steal the election. He now says he basically shouldn't have. Got a couple more, super quick, Chewy. This is the one where he talks about shooting through the press, I believe.
I have a piece of glass over here, and I don't have a piece of glass there, and I have this piece of glass here, but all we have really over here is the fake news, right? And to get me, somebody would have to shoot through the fake news. And I don't mind that so much, because I don't mind.
So there you go, Chewy. Your cult leader is telling you he doesn't mind if you shoot through the press corps. I've got two other little things I'm going to show, but there's the bunch of the meltdown from Trump over the weekend. And let me say this. There are people suggesting, we'll talk about this more tomorrow. Have you heard the term herd, the herding of polls? The herding of polls is what they're saying. And what they're suggesting is that the pollsters are basically too scared to put out accurate polls, so they're herding them. They're actually falsely making them 48, 49, 49, 49, because they don't want to be proven wrong on election day. They want to make it look close. Now, the problem with that is if she wins by a decent margin, she wins by 5, 7, if it is a cakewalk, then all these pollsters who are being accused of herding the results will add to his delusion and his voters' delusion that it's a stolen. It's been 49-49 all the way through. How could it be 54-46? It's been 49-49 all the way through. How could it be 52-48? If that herding is going on, and if Kamala Harris wins, it's going to add to the danger. But sorry, Chewy, you can jump in on any of those comments you've just heard so far.
Yeah, look, I think he's lost his, like, was there a lot to lose? I don't know, but whatever he had, he lost over the weekend. There was the garbage truck thing.
And he couldn't open the garbage door.
Like, he couldn't open the door to the truck. Yeah, like it's just mad. And every one of these polls that has come out and go, oh, it's still neck and neck. It's still neck and neck. I'm just like, why? Every interview with a Trump supporter at this point, they can't articulate why they're voting for him, apart from the fact that he's best and he fixed something that he never fixed, and he did something he never did. It's so both unserious and serious at the same time. I think he, as much as he's saying that he's crushing Kamala in every state, because of course he is, he's a blowhard, he's also at the same time setting the stage for what happens if he loses.
It's exactly what he's doing.
I think for a country that holds its democratic process, it's absolutely, like, the Electoral College is democracy technically, but it's like they've run it through a machine that gives everybody a brain injury. It's the most mental system. But for America, who's very proud of being democratic, having this long history of democratic process and the transfer of power and that sort of thing, they're erecting fences around Tim Walz's house. Several states have put the National Guard on alert. Like, this isn't normal. None of this is normal.
No.
Like, if 100%. This was a smaller country that wasn't the most powerful country in the world, we'd be sending in UN observers to make sure it's a free and fair election. It is madness that this is what they're dealing with.
I'm just going to put something up as well, which is if it's close. There are some people in the chat who are talking about herding like it's a load of bollocks. Just so people know, dead heat poll results are astonishing and improbable, these experts say. It's possible the tide race reflects not the sentiments of the voters, but rather risk-averse decision-making by pollsters. You can read it yourselves.
I can believe that.
This near monolithic picture emerging from multiple polls has triggered suspicions amongst some analysts of herding around the state polls averages by pollsters cautious of being proved wrong for a third time running after significantly underestimating Trump's support in 2016 and 2020. So for the one or two comments of people who were saying, you know, what are you talking about? That doesn't seem right. Like, we're just reporting what some experts are saying. We're not the experts, but what some experts are saying. Yeah, I want to show you something else because this will give you a bit of a giggle as well. I've lifted this from Brian Tyler Cohen's page, and the clip is titled "Trump's Own Cameraman Humiliates Him at His Rally." All right, so have a look at this when he's talking about no empty seats. Well, his own cameraman apparently.
In 9 years, we've had the biggest rallies in 9 years. We've had the biggest rallies in history of any country, and every rally's full. You don't have any seats that are empty. You don't have anything yet. I mean, the one we had today, you missed a beauty.
Like within seconds of him saying it.
I mean, that was beautiful.
The camera then starts to pole around and show all the empty seats.
That was Glenn Youngkin did a great job.
Dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens. And it's not just on the top level, because you might go, well, that's the top level. Camera keeps going around, finds all those empty seats through there. You know, just more and more and more. There's a full area, and it's obviously nice and full.
Depending on your definition of when it's going to start. But you know,
there you go, the light comes up. There you go, some empties there. No empty seats. Oh, look, a few empties through there. Oh, look, lots there. So, his own cameraman. I don't know what that means, actually. That was what the clip was headed. And finally, as well, old mate Destiny has been debating up a storm. And like I said last week, there are some things that some of us will disagree on with Destiny, but when it comes to his facts and figures and his positioning on Trump, he's pretty sound. Here is 50 seconds of Destiny challenging a Republican about Trump.
Show me a single fucking clip in the past 8 years of Donald Trump speaking intelligently about any policy decision, domestic or foreign. You will not find a single one, not a single clip of the president of the United States speaking like he has any fucking wherewithal whatsoever about policy. Donald Trump, if you put him on stage right now, he wouldn't be able to tell you what a tariff is. He wouldn't be able to explain the responsibilities of the three branches of government. He wouldn't be able to do it. He doesn't know what the Attorney General is for. He doesn't know what the Department of Justice. He has no fucking concept of any of these things. But he gets a pass by it because the media won't press him on it because they don't want to seem biased and because his supporters are fucking idiots.
Strong word. And another challenge. A reward of $10 for Donald Trump speaking cogently
About any policy, domestic or foreign, over the past 8 years. Something that where you listen to the guy and you're like, oh shit, this guy knows some shit. He knows some shit.
We'll set up a special email address or something for the submissions.
Show me a...
So there you go. Pretty good. You know, he's pretty strong with his debating. Yeah, so I think it's this kind of thing. We said we won't maybe not talk about it till tomorrow night, but I think there's this idea that it could be really close or it could be a fairly easy win to Harris. There doesn't seem to be much sentiment over there as an easy win to Trump other than Trump sycophants, you know. Now, in saying that as well, obviously, as the pollsters are potentially afraid of, they've been wrong in 2 elections. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Most people who are doing these kinds of jobs, Chewy, are going, I don't know, could be anything, could be this. It seems from looking through all the information out there that the 2 most likely options are incredibly close coin flip or an easy win to Harris. They're sort of the 2 options. So I guess that means either Harris incredibly close, Trump incredibly close, or Harris easily. So,
yeah, I mean, I don't trust pollsters over there just as much as I don't trust them here. With the added complication that the electoral college is just bananas, makes no sense to me. But yeah, I mean, judging from just how the 2 candidates are behaving, I think Kamala is still in a dead sprint for the finish line. Seems very energized and filling big venues. I think this has motivated a lot of female voters.
Yeah, for sure.
Over there. And I think that has really got MAGA really worried. I saw quite a few comments and suggestions that wives should vote in lockstep with their husbands, and if they don't, then it's akin to cheating. Which is, yeah, I don't think that would pass with most Kiwi women. Have you tried that
most
here?
sane people.
No, it just wouldn't work. But yeah, I think they're worried about that, and I think the issues that are important to women, like bodily autonomy and the abortion rights, and all of this sort of stuff, has really laser focused that particular aspect of the voting public, and like the right wing don't have an answer for it. They don't. And I think the more I think about that, the more confident that I am that Kamala's going to take this. But I've been disappointed before.
Yeah, and also, look, is it really a victory if she wins 51-49? That 49% of the voters voted for that? You know, is that really a victory? You know what I mean? It's like, what does that say about the country? That they can be within 2% or 3% or even freaking 8% or 10%. To be within 10% of that, what we just watched, being the most powerful human being in the world, shit, I would want them to be 95% away from that. A big win for Harris will be up by about 6 to 8, right? Not saying that's going to happen, but that would be considered a big win. To have an 8% gap on that, what does that say about your country? What does that say about the people in your country? It's just, it's mind-boggling.
I have said it before, and I will continue to say it. We are looking at the decline of an empire. We're looking at a severely broken country, and I think at this point, nobody has an idea of how to fix it because it's so broken in a multifaceted sort of way.
Yeah.
There's been an erosion in the foundations of how their government works to such a degree. I don't think that they can fix it. I think they can slow the rot, but they can't stop it.